Alright, what is going on, guys? Welcome to a different style of video that I'm going to be doing. Right now I am in the car. I'm going to be driving and going to a place that I'm going to set in my sat nav. That should be the right postcode, I hope. Okay, so essentially I'm going to be driving to a place called Hollingsworth Lake. It's going to take me around 24 minutes, which isn't too bad. And yeah, we're gonna go for a little bit of an episode or a brand new series that I want to start, essentially where I drive and we discuss things. So I might actually change the camera the other way, so let me just pull in here a sec. Yeah, I feel like that might be better. Yeah, that seems way better. Hopefully you can still hear me though. I mean, realistically, you should be able to. I don't see no reason for you not to. But yeah, got the sat nav set in the car. And let's go on a little journey. So it's gonna take me like I said, 25 minutes or so. And hopefully in that time, the camera will stay recording. And we can have a little talk and stuff. But yeah, essentially what I'm doing is just like discussing things that I want to talk about. And the first one being that I want to address the issue, or not the issue, but just the fact that I said I was going to be releasing videos from my vacation or from my holiday. I went to Greece for a week. It was a nice vacation. I didn't actually film as much as I wanted to. Just for the fact that my mum was a little ill, the trips that we went on weren't really filmable in the way that I wanted them to be. There were like friends around and people that we were with on the trip, so I didn't really want to, you know, be pulling out a camera all the time. So I didn't. So that's why there weren't any sort of vlogs or videos from the trip itself. But hopefully I'm going to be back to making some decent YouTube content like with this, what I'm doing right now. I love driving, especially with the new car. It's really good. So yeah, hopefully I'm just going to be going on little adventures here and there, seeing what we can find. I do want to do a bit of a series with maybe friends, maybe other smaller YouTubers, I'm not too sure, where we just pick a random location on Google Maps. As long as something is there of interest or of anything that we can find, then we'll go there and we'll see what we can pick up, see what we can find, and do that as like a little bit of a mini series based off of cars, because obviously I love driving. It's a very good pastime. It's something that I love doing. Now obviously the current situation with my car is that for probably the first year of the insurance I do have a black box, unfortunately, which means that for 30 roads I can only do 30, for 40 roads I can only do 40, etc. And obviously it monitors things like your braking, your gear change, your smoothness, stuff like that. And you know, just a casual tracker in your car. It's always nice to know. It does reduce the insurance cost a lot, I've got to say. Hopefully after the first year as well, it'll come down significantly. I won't have to have the box anymore. Which would be very, very nice. What is this bus doing? Is he pulling in? No, he's not. Okay. It's weird, growing up as a kid, I never went on buses really. I think I've been maybe 4 or 5 buses in the past that I can actually remember. That's not me sounding like a snobby kid or anything. My mum has always had a car since I can remember, actually. We've always had some form of car. hence why I love driving myself. My mum is a very good driver. So this road right now is the road that I used to take to go to college, coincidentally. Something that I no longer have to do, actually, considering that I've now finished college. I'm into the big world of businesses and stuff, which is, it's nice. I love it. I love being able to decide, you know, when I work, when I do things. Just gives me that freedom to start to focus a little bit more on YouTube content and with the music and stuff. Working on a really good track actually right now with a CSGO YouTuber called Goldie. He usually makes YouTube compilations, like clips, and compiles them all together, and that's what his videos are usually. But he recently released a music song, and I was like, yo, let's work on something. Let's, you know, make a song together. Two Counter-Strike guys working on music would be pretty cool. And he got back to me like within the hour and was like, yeah, sure, let's do it. So last night I actually finished the track that I was going to send to him, and honestly I really like it. It's probably one of the better ones that I've actually produced, and I say that for a lot of my songs actually. I say that it's one of the best ones that I've actually done, but I think that's just because as a creator I'm learning a lot more. I'm getting a lot more comfortable with my vocals and being able to correctly master them or mix them, if you will, without having to sound like a robot, without having to use a lot of auto-tune, because I've found ways that you don't have to use auto-tune but can still get a very clean vocal. If you guys are from other countries as well, like just to throw a random topic, I've just spent a week driving on the right side of the road with a left-hand drive car. It was a little weird, honestly, coming back to the UK, but obviously it was like 5 minutes of this is weird and then back to normal. But yeah, obviously if you're from another country, I'm pretty sure that the UK is the only country where we drive on the left and have right-hand cars, or at least something very, very close to that. Maybe there are other countries that drive on the left, I'm not too sure, but I definitely think that the UK is the only, or one of the only countries that has a right-hand drive. As far as I can remember, anyway. Right now we're going through Rochdale. This is like a town near my, I'd say, local town. It's like 5-minute drive. It's, you know, not an excursion. We are currently like 13 minutes away, 5 miles away. The best thing is now, even though I do have a black box, because I'm not sharing it with my mum, I have, like, you know, the freedom to be able to drive where I want, when I want as well. That's always great. One thing I do gotta say is that because this car is a diesel engine rather than a petrol, what I've been driving for the past year, I've noticed that whilst the diesel prices are a little higher, and whilst the, you know, the cost of refuel is a little bit more expensive, it does last for longer. Although typically I prefer buying diesel whilst it's a little more expensive, not overly expensive, but, you know, a little, like, okay, thanks traffic lights, you changed to red then went to green, okay, sure. But yeah, I prefer getting diesel when it's around maybe 131, which, you know, £1.31 per litre, because when it comes down to prices that it's at now, like 125, 126, they tend to water it down a lot. It doesn't last as long as it would if you're getting more expensive fuel, which is thicker, which is of a higher quality. So yeah, that's, you know, like one of the reasons that I do prefer a diesel engine because even though it is more to refuel, it does last longer, providing that you get a very, you know, not thick diesel, but one that's not watered down, because obviously to make it cheaper you have to water it down, you know, to be able to get more for your money, to be able to put more fuel in a tank, or quote unquote more fuel. You're actually putting water in your system, which I don't think is actually very good. So the best thing that I've realized is that when places like Tesco or Morrison's, if you're from the UK, are like 130, when they drop their prices, places like Texaco, BP, the more premium or more expensive fuel brands, they drop theirs to 129, 128. You know, just, it's still more expensive, but you're still getting a better fuel, I think. So right now on my left, you can't, or on my right, sorry, you can't see it, but this is one of the college campuses for my college. We have one here in Rochdale and one in Middleton. And I went to the one in Middleton because some courses are offered at this one, which is in Rochdale, and some are offered at Middleton. So obviously it depends what course you pick to what college campus that you went to. It would have been easier for me to go to this one, of course, but the computing course that I did wasn't on offer here. I know a couple of people that did go here. I know a couple of them actually dropped out of college. Maybe not because of this place, but just the course in general. So yeah, success rate not too good here. But my college was great. I loved it. 2 years there, it was probably the quickest 2 years of education that I've ever done. Just because it was an enjoyable course. My teachers that I had were great. A little bit of a bumpy road there, Jesus. UK roads are always good for that. So we're actually coming up on one of our first little sort of, not throwbacks, but just a little bit of history. On the left, you might not be able to see it here, but on the left, there's a sort of RSPCA, which in the UK is like an animal protection or helping charity. And around maybe 20 years ago, my mum got our first ever cat from this place. So that's always nice. And we had her for like 18 years. It was pretty crazy. So I chose this time to come and drive because I'm hoping to catch the sunset over the lake. I think it'll be a really nice... Did I mention that I'm going to a lake? I honestly can't remember if I mentioned it or not. But yeah, I'm driving to a lake right now. It's actually near a couple of friends' house, so I'm going to see if they're around. But yeah, I'm driving to Hollingsworth Lake in, I think it's Littleborough. I think. Not too sure specifically on the location. My mum said it would take me 40 minutes to get here, but considering we're 10 minutes away, it's only been, what, like 20 minutes or so? It's not too bad. Also, I just realized there's a car exactly the same of mine behind us, which is pretty cool. Not too sure on the reg plate, but same color, same model. It looks like a 2013 plate, I think. Although I'm reading that backwards, so it could be an 8, I'm not too sure. Ooh, he played that risky, bro. Yo, he had all the time in the world to pull out there. And he chose like the last second. This is why I need a dash cam in my car. I nearly had an accident myself today. Let's say there was a car in that right-hand street there that we're just driving past. And he was coming out of a petrol station. and the lane is a single file lane that's split into two, depending which traffic light you want to, or depending which way you want to go. And he came straight out, no stopping, no looking. He did no observations whatsoever, and nearly ended up in the side of me. We were about a wing mirror distance away from each other. You know, threw up some obscenities at him, and he actually got in the same lane as me, as if he was going to go to the same place. But unfortunately he didn't. I would have actually, you know, I wouldn't have gone mad at him, but I would have been saying, you know, like, that's really dangerous, because I'm a very avid believer in following the rules. You know, like rules like the mobile phone. You're not allowed to use your phone when you're driving. If you do need to use it, you have an option for a hands-free. So, you know, it's one of those things where your life, not only your own life, but just, you know, your life in general, and the hands, or is it the hands of other people? And it's like, why would you use a device so distracting that could potentially cost someone their life? It's like, it's crazy. So whenever I see someone on their phone, if I can get in driving distance or reaching distance, just to tell them, you know what, like, just get off your phone, bro. Because for all they know, I could be an undercover police officer. I could pull them over and, you know, basically take their license off them or give them points on the license. But many people, you know, don't obey that. And don't particularly really care, which is kind of sad. But right now we've just entered Wardle, which is the sort of place of Hollingsworth Lake and many other things. It's a nice place. I know a couple of friends that live around here who went to my college. So yeah, it seems like a nice place. This is probably one of the better ends of Rochdale without being disrespectful. But as you can see, the sun is setting a little bit, which is really nice. Hopefully we can get some great photos. I might hang around a little bit to see when the sun sets, if it's in viewing, you know, range or distance, or if it's in the right place. And we're actually nearly there. We're like 5 minutes away now. Not too bad, not too bad. Which lane? This lane? Yeah, I get, no, this lane. Because we're gonna be turning right in a second. That is, oh, it's the learner driver car is actually a 2014 plate, so it's pretty much the same car as mine. Which is nice. There's a certain, like, stigma, or not stigma, but there's a certain, like, nice feeling you get when you see someone else driving a car like yours. Is it this turning that I'm going down? I assume so. Yes, it is. Although I don't particularly remember coming here last time, but you know what? Fair enough. It's been a while since I've been here. I will give my sat-nav the benefit of the doubt and just hope that it's not going to send me on an absolute wild goose chase. Although I have a very photographic memory, so hopefully I remember something that... Actually, is there a field here? Yeah, okay, it's fine. I was gonna say, yeah, I remember this. No worries, no worries. It's a very nice place. The closer you get to the lake, the sort of nicer it gets a little bit. But we're basically nearly there now. We've got another 4 minutes. I'm surprised my camera actually recorded for more than 20. I didn't think that they could do that. Over the train tracks as you go. Ooh, little bump there. Not too shabby, not too shabby. Camera's falling a little bit. Don't worry, we can adjust that. There we go. Little Clegg Road. Okay. Oh, we're in Smithy Bridge. I know exactly where I am. Some very nice roads down here. There's a Chinese there. That's cool. Off license. I love little villages like this. It's great. That street is turning down is Shaftesbury Avenue. Oh, we're actually really close to the lake now. We've hit a place called Lakeside. Also, there's a roundabout here that they haven't even warned me about. That's pretty cool. Thanks, SatNav. Just, you know, giving me a roundabout that I don't even know about. Sweet. What a good SatNav you are. Okay, and it looks like we take a left. Although I think it's a one-way street. No, it's not. Okay. I was gonna say it looked like a one-way street, but you just follow it round. Now, I can see the lake, which is good. But I'm trying to find a friend's house. Because I know that he lives around here somewhere. I just haven't got a clue where, but I think it's right here. Can I turn in right here? Yes. Yeah, screw it. I don't think I was meant to do that, but this is also for disabled badges only, but I'm not going to stay too long. I'm just going to drop him a message and see if he's around. So, as you can see, the lake is right here, but that does mark the end of our journey. I'm gonna get out, give you a little bit of a show of the lake. Hopefully, I don't know how long I can stay in this car park for. Do I know her? Never mind, I thought I knew someone. I was gonna say, if I know someone in this sort of region, I'm like very far from home. That would have been pretty mad. But yeah, that's gonna be the end of it. As you can see, the lake is right here. Hope you've had a nice little viewing. And yeah, that's gonna be it from me. I'll catch you in the next one. Hopefully I'm gonna be doing some more of these in the future. It's gonna be good. Drive around, chill out a little bit. And yeah, I'll catch you in the next one. Thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Leave me a like on the video and I'll catch you all next time.